You didn't go all in once. Like, that's the part that made me sick. If I was an LSU fan, is that, you know what, if we just went out, laid it all out, like maybe made some mistakes because we took some chances, I can at least lay my head down on the pillow at night. Not this. And it's on the offensive coordinator and it's on Garrett Nussmeier. It's on both of them. But eventually it falls on the coaches. It's the coach's job to get the players ready.
And it would be different if we didn't see this same thing from the LSU team last year.
Yeah.
Right? We saw you with a Heisman winning quarterback for the first couple of weeks come out and throw checkdowns. Right? We've seen the same thing in this game. USC's not doing anything crazy on defense.
No.
Right? We see Kyron Lacy get thrown a deep ball once.
Targeting confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. I mean, I can't believe this was the game plan. Offensively. Anybody that wants to blame this on Blake Baker, I think you're crazy.
No, this USC offense is good.
Like,
extremely good. And you held this team to 20 points. That's a win. This over-under was 65.5.
Yeah.
And you gave up 20 points.
And another thing, LSU, like, from a, like, variation, like a play calling standpoint, they were so the same, like, sequence-wise. Mm-hmm. And this is the quarterback coach that got promoted. Like, you would think he would be.
Why aren't we just kneeing this?
They're going to center the ball. They're trying to win it. Look at that.
Holy
wow.
Shit. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Man.
Good for USC.
Wow.
Hell yeah. A lot of questions got answered for y'all.
A lot of them, man.
A lot of questions got answered for y'all. A lot of them. Good for Lincoln Riley. Alex Grinch was the problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to see defensive players at USC coming downhill and hitting like that.
How it's supposed to be.
Well, that's how I remember.
I remember the Taylor Mays days.
Golly.
I remember where
I played against Brian Cushing.
Were just as scary as on defense as they were on offense.
And you got some of those vibes tonight.
Well, see, here, you know what I wonder sometimes? And it shouldn't even come down to this. Like, but the way Brian Kelly was at Notre Dame, they were so like kind of conservative in the way that they played. Mm-hmm. It was very like, run, like we're gonna win the game. Maybe low scoring, this and the other. But then you come to LSU and you have an offense like you had with Jaden Daniels and these guys. How does that not change your perspective on how to go about it? I mean, like, it's just
you're making the same
mistakes. Like, we can't sit here, and I'm not obviously not saying Brian Kelly is Billy Napier, but like, we can't sit here and make fun of Brian Kelly. LSU made stupid, undisciplined decisions the whole game. Mm-hmm. How many late hits did y'all have? Like, how many false starts?
What worries me the most, I know we already brought it up, but you played this game not to lose.
Yeah.
And you can't have that mindset as an LSU football coach or a football player.
And it didn't feel that way early, though. They were pushing. I mean, where was Kyron Lacy down the stretch in the game?
And that makes it worse to me, David.
Yeah, I know.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's sooner or later, it's time to go. This pity-patty, don't make a mistake stuff. This is what happens.
Dude, Lincoln Riley.
The LSU brand is in trouble right now.
Well, I don't think that's a crazy thing to, like, last year, Jaden Daniels, I don't know if you'll ever have that again. And I know people said that about Joe Burrow. I don't know if LSU will ever have that again. And, like, I know they got some guys coming in, the Underwood kid. But if I'm the Underwood kid and I'm watching this, I'm like, this is what y'all are going to call? Like, we're going to play nervous on offense. We're going to play not to lose.
You know what I'm excited about? And it kind of might change a lot of thoughts in people's mind. That Notre Dame USC game ain't going to be walking the park anymore.
No.
That's going to be a little bit more physical.
That's the only game I have Notre Dame losing this year. Remember, that one's going to be in LA too.
Now, is this going to travel for USC? Are we going to see this week in, week out for USC, making tackles in space, knowing where they're supposed to be? Communication was there. Not a lot of big bust on defense. Is Lincoln Riley in the position to take the next step?
I don't when I look at this team, I think they're better on defense. The offense, I don't think is as prolific as it has been, but they're more balanced. It's like, I think, LSU is better on defense. They may be a more balanced team overall, but I'm just shocked that LSU came out here and did this. Look at this. I'm just shocked that they came out here and did this.
USC has Utah State next. Then they get a bye before they go to Michigan.
Wow.
They get a bye week before they go to Michigan. I also don't want it to get lost that was two good football teams playing each other.
Yeah.
And that's a heck of a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, if I'm an LSU fan right now, on one hand, I'm like, all right, our defense is better. Our defense is better. And we've watched this team kind of transform their play calling after struggling in game one like this, not pushing the ball down the field. I'm sure we'll see that again. But I'm so worried if I'm an LSU fan because Brian Kelly in his opening game has made the same mistake 3 years in a row. And this is the worst team that beat him, in my opinion, during those 3 years. Because not that USC is a bad team, but as an LSU fan right now, you've got to be asking yourself, do we have a killer instinct as a program?
Who
anymore?
am I?
Like, do we want to force the action, or do we want to hope something good happens?
I just feel like LSU doesn't know who they are. Like back in the day, I knew who LSU was.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're going to play good defense. You're going to have athletes and receiver. You're going to be able to run and push the ball down the field. All right. Now with LSU, I expected be able to push the ball down the field offense, and you came out here.
They did it against Wisconsin.
You played against your own positive things that you had. You basically back channeled yourself into reversing what your offense needs to be. You play to what? Personnel, right? You have a good offense line. I know that. You established a run. You didn't push the ball down the field at LSU.
Well, that's the whole reason you run the ball is so that you can push the ball down the field. If I'm Brian Kelly, I'm having and it's on him at the end of the day. And Garrett Nussmeier did some good things. I don't think Garrett Nussmeier is a bad player at all. I think Garrett's going to be fine. But Joe Sloan, we need to come talk right now. You're either one or two. You're the quarterback's coach that got promoted. So your play calling on third down, especially third down and medium to short, was so scared and nervous. And it was almost like your play calling and your mindset has permeated to the quarterback. It's like they told him all week, just don't turn the ball over. And what did we hear when Matt Moscona came on here? Oh, when they blitzed him in practice, he threw that ball up that didn't make it out of bounds, and they intercepted it, and they got on him, and they were ripping him.
He did say that.
I'm telling you, I think that the mindset of Joe Sloan was, please don't just lose this game for us. And all they told Garrett was, if the first thing's not there, you throw the check down immediately. When you go back and watch this film, I think there were some play calls that had combinations down the field that were there that Garrett Nussmeier was so nervous to make the throw down the field that he was like, you know what? This won't be a turnover. Here, on 3rd and 3, let's run a 2-yard out.
How many times on third down did LSU throw it under the sticks?
Oh,
I would say 3 to 4.
No, I would say, I would say it's way more than that.
I think you're right, but we got to talk about this guy.
Yeah. Miller Moss.
Like,
it proved that the bowl game wasn't an anomaly.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
It proved that, he didn't just go in there and everyone else on the other team opted out. I mean, that kid's the real deal. He was slinging the football all over the place. Now, the short game, near interceptions that he had back to back, like Lincoln's got to get that cut out of him.
But sometimes you got to take the good with the bad.
And that's a gunslinger thing. That's the Cam Ward thing.
USC. Rather say go than woe. Or rather say woe than go.
And you want to know why? That's why they're getting interviewed after the game, after winning, because Miller wasn't nervous to make the plays.
I want to pull you back.
True. I would say here's some positives for LSU, though. Still rushed for 117. Garrett Nussmeier still threw for 304. He was 29 of 38. But here's the main thing. LSU next week, Nicholls State. All right. After that, South Carolina in Columbia. Then UCLA. Then South Alabama, and then a bye week before Ole Miss.
This will play out so similar to last year because here's what will happen. They'll play Nicholls State, and I think this happened last year at LSU.
Did after Florida State.
They played like a down team and destroyed them. Then they played Mississippi State, who was really bad the week after that, and Jaden Daniels was throwing the ball down the field. They'll play South Carolina, and Garrett Nussmeier throw for 450 yards. And you'll be like, oh, my gosh, where was this week 1? But you keep making – and by that time, though – like, you've already started off. You've given yourself a loss. And I do want to give credit to Lincoln Riley and USC. That defense, the way they tackled in space, the way they came downhill, they deserve the credit. And maybe some of that did kind of bleed through to the LSU team. And they realized, hey, we may not be the most physical team outside of on the offensive line. But when you're LSU, when you have these type numbers, you throw for over 300. You rush for that much. You end up with 20 points. And what happened when you got in the red zone? Panic. Don't forget, it wasn't just that last drive where LSU got that field goal that they panicked when they got down there. Think about the first drive when they got down to the 2, right? Third down was a little bit wonky. Then you get down to the 2, you give up an A-gap pressure on a play that should have been a walk-in touchdown. So to me, when I look at this, USC, give them all the credit in the world. This is a team that showed me something physically and from a gut standpoint. But the main takeaway I have coming from this game was these are 2 good football teams with really good football players. One of them plays to win the game. The other one plays not to lose the game.
And I feel like it was somewhat disorganized at LSU at key moments.
Yeah, it was.
You go to that last drive.
Yeah.
You're Brian Kelly. You have 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the time in the world. All right. Was it 3rd and 1?
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 1. You don't call timeout. All right. You motion a guy with 5 seconds left, send him back, and then try to motion him again, rush almost the most important play of the game, and don't call a timeout. Who is that on? That is on a head coach. And that can't happen. This isn't year 1. This isn't game 1. This isn't your first year coaching football. You have 3 timeouts. It's different. You have 1. I understand.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. But you have 3 timeouts and you don't get it all.
There's another thing. We talk about these penalties, these unforced errors. Look, even the targeting at the end. He's trying to displace the ball because he realizes that guy makes that catch. It's a field goal.
Yeah.
It's the ones where now we get a 15-yard penalty when we're up 17-13 after stopping them on 4th down. We're getting the ball almost near midfield or whatever it was, and you get a 15-yard penalty. Now we're backed up to the 35, and we get, 20 yards, and we could be in field goal range there. But since you backed us up with the penalty, now we have to punt.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the little things. You want to know why Iowa wins 10 games? Like why some of these teams, you're like, they're not as good as these other teams, but how are they winning the games? Because they don't lose them by doing stupid things. Not they don't lose them by not taking chances. They don't lose them by not doing stupid things. Florida did really, really stupid things, played against a better team, got beat. West Virginia did some really stupid things, played against a better team, and got beat. A&M, really not that many stupid things. You look at that game back and forth. They just got beat at the end by Notre Dame because they couldn't throw the ball because the quarterback was deficient. But USC, to me, made mistakes, but they made full-speed physical mistakes, right? They didn't make after-the-play mistakes. And I think that's another thing that if I'm an LSU fan is, how are we in year 3 under Brian Kelly? And all I hear about is this culture and discipline and this stuff. And even when he got the job over there, it's like, he's the stepdad you never knew you needed. But we're still doing stupid things after the play. Like that stuff that after the last couple years with LSU, with what they've gone through, with how porous they've been in the discipline area on defense and some other special teams year 1 with Polian, you would think by year 3, even if LSU wasn't a good football team, they wouldn't make stupid mistakes. But it goes back to coaching. If you play stupid and you coach scared and you play scared at a very important position because you're worried about turning the ball over, and I don't think Garrett's soft or anything. I'm not saying that. I just think it was almost like it was told to him, don't blow it. Which is the worst thing.
I really want to go back now and see what happened on that missed throw to the flat. He didn't miss a lot of throws, but that missed throw to the flat on that final drive when they had to on the keep. Was that just a missed ball, or did, like you said, did it slip out of his hands, or it was?
I think couldn't get hold of it. Too big for him, to be honest.
I want to go back and see that play.
That play was open immediately.
Yeah, no, it was a great to see. If that looked like he did have the give or pull option on that, it looked like an RPO to me. I think it was obviously the right choice to pull it. The guy's running wide open in the flat with an angle to the pylon to score a touchdown, and you don't get rid of it. Again, is USC just more clutch than LSU? Like, is that just the crux of the matter? And honestly, I thought Blake Baker had a hell of a game plan. D'Anton Lynn, hell of a game plan, man. Hell of a game plan. It just, who would have thought in this game? This just is the beauty of football. Who would have thought in this game that the reason a team would lose would be because they weren't aggressive enough on offense? Who would have thought that? Like, that's the shocking part.
All right, guys, I'm going to try to get through these donations. If I leave you out, I'm sorry, but hopefully I will not. All right, I believe we hit $5 donation from Ryan. How is David here? David Cohn is currently announcing the Phillies Braves game right now on the
Fake News.
He's everywhere. David Cone is every person in the world put together in one. It's beautiful.
All right, let's go to 2 cranes, 1 cone, $2 donation. Go Irish. Jake owes me some merch.
That's right. That's right.
$5 donation from David. What's up, y'all? Can't wait for this because I'm at work, but just wanted to say hi. I'm calling in tomorrow, and I'm pissed off.
I bet.
All right, let's go to $2 donation from JT. Appreciate it, JT. Payne Thorne looked pretty damn good, fellas. Not going to get too overhyped, but Auburn might sneak up on some people this year.
God, just 9-3 would be amazing. That's all I ask.
$10 donation from Booster Club Cards. Give me some good vibes for that fantasy football league draft that we're doing while watching the live stream. I need all the help I can get. First draft ever for me, Steve.
Take a tight end early.
Let's go to Mr. O, $5 donation. After Oregon's performance, would you say it is safe to pick Boise State to cover? Also, what's your thoughts on the Ashton Jeanty performance?
Jeanty's amazing. I would say let people overreact to Oregon's below average performance and let that thing keep getting bet down to a certain point and then hop on it.
$2 donation from Samuel Galindo. Hey, guys, who starts at quarterback for Michigan versus Texas?
It's got to be Davis Warren.
It's going to be Davis Warren.
Yep.
I mean, Orgy,
they'll both play. Yeah. It'll be Davis probably, unless they want to, there's some gadget player, something Sharon wants to do.
Unless they line up in Wildcat the first play and you call that a starter.
Yeah, the wild orgy.
They usually are. $2 donation from
$2
donation from Izzy. Is Moscona having an aneurysm yet?
Oh, did Matt go out to Vegas? See, this is why I don't go. This is why you will not find. Oh, Jake Auburn's playing Oregon in the Las Vegas Classic Bowl. So you going? Nope. Because guess what? We lose. I'm not dealing with having to come all the way back. No chance.
$5 donation from Johnny. He says, thanks for the best live chat in the game, fellas. My picks went 5-2 yesterday. Go Dogs, go SEC, and the Beta Lincoln's West Coast Trojans can suck it. $5 donation from Q-Smo. What's good? I'm on lunch break at work, so I'll be replaying the game after I'm done, plus your elite commentary. Can't believe this game is so low scoring. Who saw that coming?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, let's go to a $5 donation from Fergie. It says LSU tackling like they're hugging Meemaw. DB's playing soft. On O-line can't get the push, making the run game stale, becoming one-dimensional. Dementia. Jeez.
Come on. We believe in you.
I think Blade's having a stroke.
Hashtag go Tigers.
Okay.
$2 donation from Ryan. Phil just walked off the Braves. Ha, 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 ha. $2 donation from Mr. Stokey. Hey, War Eagle fellas, I love the show. I'm sick of all these 10-minute quarters games. Stop it. They're ruining my bet.
We agree. What's the answer? Somebody in Vegas better figure it out quick.
A $5 donation from Nicholas Naiman. Love you guys. Is it too early for Cam Ward for Heisman?
No.
Haven't felt this good about the U in a very long time.
Use back, baby.
It's the perfect time for Cam Ward for Heisman.
All right. $2 donation from Tim. 2024 season, Big Ten 1-0, SEC 0-2. Big Ten is better. $2 donation from Fergie Ferg. As an Arkansas fan, I'm feeling really good right now. $20 donation from, this isn't a real name.
What is it?
Y'all see this?
Is it like in Chinese? Try and pronounce it.
I can't even say Jazashin.
You don't know Jaja?
Shush.
Oh, yeah. That's my
J-A-I-A-I-S-H-S.
That's fine.
S-U-S-H-S-H.
Oh,
Okay.
John.
Yeah.
$20 donation. You guys better stop being biased. Refuse to do your research on USC. Lynn had the second. No, it gets better. Lynn had the second best rush defense.
We
had
said
to donate because nobody would say that. We said that. There goes your dumb theory that Riley can't field a defense is over. Give credit to Eric Henderson, best D-line coach in the country. Coach Aaron Donald on the Rams and went to USC.
Wait, so it's biased because we said Lincoln Riley hasn't had a good defense. That's bias? And like we had to watch a game of him playing good defense to say that he has a good defense. Like what? I feel like this has been building up for a while. This is the part that I don't understand. Like you're basically
I had USC 8-4 this year.
I think I got him 8-4.
But that's with a win over Notre Dame, and I had them losing this one against LSU.
Yeah,
so
I was rooting for y'all too.
Yeah, like that's the problem.
Now you just pissed me off.
Yeah, especially when you make stuff
terrible
up.
things.
Yeah, that's when you make stuff
up. What Lincoln Riley defense has this been balling?
Yeah, please explain.
Man, they get Penn State and Nebraska at home.
That Nebraska game's going to be
That'll be fun, man.
$5 donation from UNSC Connor. I propose a University of Michigan alliance with Cone, Miami, and Michigan together.
Let's be friends.
Connected?
Let's be friends. How about this? Let us borrow Cam Ward this weekend, and we can talk about an alliance.
Hey, what are they playing? Like Florida A&M?
Do you really want an alliance? Yeah.
All right, that's all the donations today, guys. If you donated today and I didn't read it, I'm going to get to it Tuesday. Okay, but I'm pretty sure I read all of them. We'll see.
All right.
Poll.
Who
wins the game? I should have made another one.
USC 99%.
I think they voted before the game was over. So
I'm ending it now.
Yeah.
USC
LSU.
94%.
LSU 55%.
LSU 72%.
Wow.
USC.
Wow. Man, that was a lot of fun.
Man, what a
It's
great
always a ton of
game,
fun.
though.
Yeah, thanks everybody for hopping in the chat
Yeah.
too, man. Blaine, good job having to monitor that. I don't know how you do that.
Read.
Well, that was a tough last one. All right, we're gonna. I know it's Labor Day tomorrow, but we're gonna have a live show at the same time, 2 p.m. Central. If you just started watching with us, appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the chances of LSU's offensive coordinator being aggressive.
Wait. Hold. All right. Okay. 2 donations I missed.
Okay.
$2 donation from Devin. Thoughts on BYU's quarterback play?
Look good.
What
Jake
do you
looked
think?
good. He looked good. Now we got to see it against somebody that's good.
All right. $5 donation from the Hogman. Someone please save us. Do we have a chance next weekend?
A better chance than I thought you had going
Yeah.
before I watched y'all burn down Arkansas, Pine Bluff's dreams, hopes, and imaginations.
They did that to
and beat
themselves.
your career and potential earnings. All right.
Oh,
we'll
man.
see y'all later. Thanks for hopping on.